Hello everyone, my name is Hari Joshi and welcome to my tips and technique presentation. Today I'm going to demonstrate a very practical skills that every developer and database student should know. Here, I'm going to show quickly how to backup and restore MySQL database using XAMPP and phpMyAdmin. The XAMPP control panel, and to begin, let me quickly show you how it works because it is the foundation for backup and restore process. XAMPP is a free local development environment that includes Apache, MySQL, and phpMyAdmin. So this is the Apache. We're gonna start, and the MySQL. For using phpMyAdmin or performing any backup, we need both of these to be running, Apache and the MySQL over here. Now, I'm gonna open the browser. It can be anyone, but I'm trying to open the Google Chrome for now. Just uh, before I show you the easier method, I want to quickly show you how developer traditionally create backup using MySQL command line. This give you idea of why beginner find it complicated. To backup a database using a command line, we normally use a command like mysqldump. This command export the entire database into a SQL file, then it restore that the backup. We use another command. So this is the another command for that. This method works, but it's not friendly for beginners. You must remember exact syntax, navigate to MySQL bin directory, and handle error manually. Because of these challenges, tool like phpMyAdmin become popular. They make backup and restore extremely simple. Now let me show you how we can fast and easy the process with using the XAMPP and phpMyAdmin. First, I'll create a simple database that will backup and restore. Let me just make a demo my database. So it will be like database, and, and I create the demo database right here. Now I'm gonna just create a table called users take one three, let's for example, create for example, and then let's say 11. Mhm. Let's save it here. Now so now we can have a small database with the user table and some sample record. This will help us clearly demonstrate the backup and restore technique. So let me make sure the demo is selected here. Now that our sample database is ready, let me show you the easiest and most common way to backup on MySQL database using phpMyAdmin. On the left side, I'll click the database I just created, which is the demo.db that we are doing for this tips and technique presentation. To create a backup, I will simply go to the export tab at the top. So I will go to the export tab at the top, and then we see here um, two options: quick and custom. phpMyAdmin gives two options for exporting a database. The first option is quick, and which is the fastest and most commonly used. The second option is the custom, which give advanced setting, but for the beginner, I think quick is perfect for us. And here the format gonna be SQL, right? And so we're gonna do here. So we got the demo SQL file downloaded here. We can open this one over here. Okay, now we can see like all the database and everything here, the one that we just made here. Yeah, and just like that, phpMyAdmin has created a complete backup for entire database. This SQL file contains all the tables, data structure, and the configuration. So if anything ever goes wrong, we can use this file to restore the database to its original state. So for the next step, I'm gonna show how I can import the database from the backup that we just used. So on this one, I'm gonna show you how I can import, like for example, for some reason my database get erased or something happens, so I have a backup. So I'm gonna show how I can import the backup to the MySQL again. Let me do here. So now that we have a backup file, let me show you how to restore it. This is very useful when you migrate your project to another computer, when your data gets corrupted, or when you want to reset your database to a very clean version. So let me just create a new database. Then, mm, it's true. I'm creating a new empty database called DemoDB restore. This will be the target database where I'll import the backup that we already did before. So we're gonna go to the import tab right here. phpMyAdmin make a restoring database extremely simple, very easy for all the beginners. All we need to do is open the import tab and upload the SQL file that we exported earlier. So let me just choose the file here. Is this one that is just created? So let me open this one right here. Okay, and everything will keep the same, and we're gonna import this database. Says import has been successfully finished, and we are. And now if I click on the database on the left side, you can see all the tables and the data have been restored. So let me just see, go to here, and yes, we got all the, we can see Harry and Jack right here. So the import is finished successfully. Now if I click on the database on the left side, you can see that all the table and data has been restored over here. This is the backup. This confirmed that our backup worked. The database was successfully recreated, including the user table and all data. This provides that phpMyAdmin export and import tools are reliable and extremely simple to use. And this is very important for the beginners like us and for any developer, especially when you try to move our project and database from one computer to another computer. So talking about pros for using this one, I will say it is extremely beginner friendly, and you don't need to remember complicated commands like the DOS commands and everything. And it works directly into your browser and require almost no configuration. It allows us to export a full database or select specific tables, and very fast for small and medium sized project, especially for a student like us. It's very easy, and it come bundled with XAMPP, and so you don't have to install anything extra and stuff like that. And saying about the cons, I would say it is not suitable for a large database like those over like 500 MB and stuff like that. But it depends on my phpMyAdmin being installed. So if it's not ideal for production servers, it has a fewer automatic options compared to the command line tools in the scripts. And also at the same time, if XAMPP is misconfigured or Apache MySQL don't start, phpMyAdmin don't work. And well, to wrap up today, I showed you how XAMPP and phpMyAdmin can make database backup and restore extremely easy. We started by reviewing the traditional command line method, and then we demonstrated a much similar and very easier approach using phpMyAdmin's export and import features. Today you saw how to create a simple database, how to generate a SQL backup file, and finally how to restore the entire database from that file. This method is simple, easy, and perfect for a student like us. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.